Hello, Vikings. Here is your week in review. We're going to talk about getting to class and being on time, your houses and how you can earn house points, how to navigate teams, and how to use your email. Let's get started with getting to class. By now, you know where all of your classes are. You know who all of your teachers are. Remember, you have 5 minutes between classes. There is no reason to be late. Our building is not that big. Also, if you are tardy to 5th period, you earn yourself a lunch detention and maybe even an after-school detention. Hanging out with your friends an extra 30 seconds is not worth lunch detention. And as always, there are no passes the first 10 or the last 10 minutes of class. Let's talk about our houses. Last Friday, we had our first house meeting and we decided on our names and our colors and a house cheer. Our 4 houses are Stimme, Shànliáng, Gratitud, and Mahalo. Let's talk a little bit about each of our houses. Stimme House means voice in German. Your head of house is Mrs. Virgil. Your house color is black. Your fellow housemates are Mrs. Oregon, Mr. Key, Mrs. Walters, Miss Cameron, Mrs. Rodriguez, Mrs. Dickens, Miss Mata, Mr. Stevens, Miss Pettingill, Miss Roselle, Miss Green, Mrs. Reese, Mr. Joe, Mr. Luis, Mrs. Patricia, and Mrs. Fallon. Your first house meeting will be Tuesday, August 31st. Shànliáng House means kindness in Chinese. Your head of house is Miss Lucy. Your house color is white. Your fellow housemates are Miss Masick, Mrs. Turner, Miss Eggers, Mr. Petrie, Mr. West, Mrs. Wilson, Coach Seha, Miss Tonoff, Miss Lopez, Mrs. Reeves, Miss Josefina, Mrs. Berg, Coach Chach, Miss Grover, and Miss Colquitt. You, Shànliáng House, have the first house meeting next Tuesday, August 24th. Gratitud House. Your name means gratitude in Spanish. Your head of house is Miss Rosas. Your house color is silver. Your fellow housemates are Mrs. Kirkwood, Mrs. Hartman, Miss Arlen, Miss Dodge, Mr. Trevino, Miss Franco, Mrs. Zion, Mrs. Sentil, Mr. Rodriguez, Miss Norma, Miss Vicky, Mrs. Reynolds, and Mr. Trey. Your first house meeting is September 7th. And last but not least, Mahalo House. Your name means gratitude in Hawaiian. Your head of house is Miss Hawkins. Your house color is red. Your fellow housemates are Miss Freitas, Miss Langhans, Mrs. March, Mrs. Ruth, Miss Foss, Mr. Nevins, Mrs. Evans-Kircher, Miss Becerra, Mrs. Zukovsky, Miss Bianca, Mr. Vicente, Mr. Cooper, Mr. Marks, Miss Rayo, and Miss Campanaro. And your house meeting, your first house meeting, will be September 14th. Now that you know your houses, let's talk about how to earn house points. You can earn house points by showing the Viking 6, using your voice, having integrity, showing kindness, being independent, being nurturing, and showing gratitude. You can also earn house points by working very hard in your classes, by participating in school activities like sports and clubs and after-school events. All of these things are starting very soon. You can earn house points by attending sporting events. and by participating in spirit days and dress up days. Remember, house points and trainer bucks are the exact same thing. You earn your trainer bucks by doing all these things, and you earn house points by doing all these things. And then you can spend them in the trainer store, which your teachers will tell you about soon. Let's talk about how to navigate Teams and how to use your email. This is a lot easier if I just show you. So you should have Teams already pinned down at the bottom of your screen, or it's on your screen, it's on your desktop somewhere over here. So I'm going to open Teams, and these are all of my teams. We have the schools team, and then I have my own teams, and then here are all of my classes. You can move your classes by clicking and dragging to move your classes around. I like mine in order so that I know where I'm supposed to be right then. To open your class, all you do is click on it. In this stream, it may be just your teacher posting, or your teacher may allow you to use this as a chat function. Please be responsible Viking students. Let's talk about your assignments. If your assignment is new, it will probably show up at the bottom of your general channel. If you have missed your assignment, you can always go over here. They've moved this year. Assignments used to be at the top. Now they're over on the left side of the screen. And go ahead and click Assignments. All of your assignments for that quarter so far are going to show up here. Let's click this first one. Let's go to the student view. This is what you will see. You have the name, when it was due, the instructions, and any reference materials that you need, and the points possible. You will also have a turn-in button right here. Remember, friends, you don't turn it in until you're actually done. Now let's talk about email. There are two ways that you can get to your email. You can either, in this search bar here, type in Outlook and open the Outlook app, or you can open your browser and you can Google Outlook. Click on the very first link, and then you have to sign into your account. Do not create an account, you already have one. Sign in. I have mine set to autofill, but your email address is your student number at washoschools.org. Teachers are .net, students are .org. I'll say that one more time. Your student number at washoschools.org. And then you'll click Next. This will log you in. From here, you are going to create, these are all of the messages that you already have available that have already been emailed to you. From here, you're going to click New Message, and a new box is going to pop up. You are going to send a message to your advisory teacher. My advisory teacher is Miss Hawkins, so I'm going to type her email address at washoschools.net. And your advisory teacher may already pop up, but if not, that's okay. Just make sure you are spelling their name correctly. CC, it means someone who you're not sending it to, but you also want them to see it. And then where it says add a subject, you're going to give 1 or 2 words about what this email is going to be about. That's what pops up in blue over here. So without even opening it, I know that this email from Miss Pettingill is about password resets. So my subject is going to be my favorite things. Now there's a very little line, and that line shows the difference between the subject line, and the email box. So I'm going to say, hello, Miss Hawkins. You're pretending like your email is pretty much a letter. So you're going to start with an introduction, hello, Miss Hawkins, and then we're going to talk about our assignment. Your assignment for right now is you are sending an email with my favorite animal is a hippo. I'm going to write hippo because I don't know how to spell hippopotamus. My favorite color is orange, and my favorite thing about school is getting to see my friends. And then I'm going to sign it off. Before I send it, I'm going to check and make sure everything is spelled correctly. I'm going to make sure that I sound smart and I have completely answered the question. Then when I'm done, I'm going to click send. I realize that that should be 3 sentences, not 1. So I've looked it over, I've fixed my mistake, and now I'm going to click send. Oh my gosh, I've gotten it already. So from here, my wonderful human beings, you get to practice. Send your advisory teacher an email telling them your favorite animal, your favorite color, and your favorite thing about school. Have a great year, Vikings.